In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 11, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Knicks versus Los Angeles Clippers. New York will be looking to get back on track when it travels to Los Angeles for the second game of a 4-game road trip on Saturday afternoon. The Knicks have lost back-to-back games, falling to Sacramento by 5 points to open the trip on Thursday. Los Angeles is on a 5-game homestand that began with wins over Memphis and Toronto. The Knicks are 32-12 against the spread in their last 44 road games and 8-2 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. The Clippers are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 home games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The over is 4-0 in Knicks' last 4 Saturday games. The under is 27-9 in Clippers' last 36 home games. The Knicks are 10-4 against the spread in the last 14 meetings in Los Angeles. The Knicks are going to be shorthanded here as Jalen Brunson is out with a sore foot, while the Clippers will again be missing Norman Powell. New York has been hot recently, not necessarily in their past 2 games, but they carried a 9-game win streak into those games and have covered in 8 of their past 10. The Clippers are almost the opposite, having won their past 2 while dropping 5 games in a row before those. The trends are not in the Clippers' favor either, with them failing to cover in 5 of their past 6 games against a team with a winning record, and failing to cover in 21 of their past 26 games coming off 2 days rest. Meanwhile, the Knicks have covered 6 of their past 7 games against a team with a winning record, and have covered 10 of their past 14 games when these teams face off in Los Angeles. In terms of gameplay, expect the Knicks to keep things close throughout the game, with the lead teetering between the 2 teams, where they then rely on Julius Randle and their defense to put things away late. I'm not sure what the Los Angeles Clippers did to deserve to be favored this much, but I'm not buying it. The Clippers have been hit or miss all year, and you're never sure which side is going to show up game to game. The New York Knicks are playing some of their best ball in recent memory, and they've been covering machines on the road. So the New York Knicks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. These teams love scoring against each other, with them going over in 7 of their past 9 meetings. They have also been scoring a bunch as of late. The Knicks have scored 115 or more in 4 of their past 5 games, and the Clippers have scored 115 or more in 2 of their past 3. In addition, the Knicks have gone over in their past 4 Saturday games, and in 8 of their past 10 games against a team with a winning record, while the Clippers have gone over in 4 of their past 5 Saturday games. In terms of gameplay, expect both teams to play well and for it to be a tight game throughout. Expect a good pace and for both teams to convert on a good amount of their shots. The last time these teams faced off, the game went 41.5 points over the total set at 220.5, and I expect there to be a similar result in this matchup. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Utah Jazz versus Charlotte Hornets. This Saturday, the Utah Jazz will travel to Charlotte to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Tip-off will be inside the Spectrum Center. This will be the second meeting between these 2 teams this regular season, as the Jazz won the last battle, 120-102. The Utah Jazz is entering this one after defeating the Orlando Magic, 131-124. They look great on the offensive end of the court, as they will have to stay efficient if they want to challenge the Hornets on the road. The Hornets are coming into this game after defeating the Detroit Pistons, 113-103. They were solid on the defensive end of the court, as they will have to carry that momentum over into this one if they want to take down the Jazz at home. The Jazz are 3-0 against the spread in their last 4 Saturday games and 5-2 against the spread in their last 8 road games. The Hornets are 2-5 against the spread in their last 8 Saturday games and 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games overall. The over is 3-0 in Jazz last 4 overall overall. The under is 17-4 in Hornets' last 21 overall. The Jazz are 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. The Jazz have ruled out Colin Sexton again, and they are keeping an eye on Jordan Clarkson, who is questionable, while the Hornets are still without LaMelo Ball. Charlotte has somehow been playing solid basketball even though Ball is done for the season, but I like the Jazz to win and cover here. Utah is currently 36-29-2 against the spread this season, while as a home underdog. The Hornets are 8-14 against the spread. Meanwhile, the knock on Charlotte has been its defense, as I expect Utah's high-powered offense to pick up the pace and score a ton against the Hornets' defense. Meanwhile, the one time these two teams played this season, the Jazz won by 18 points, and now Ball isn't even playing for Charlotte. The Jazz have been playing well below their best lately, but they were able to get back in the win column with a good performance against the Magic, and they will fancy their chances against this Hornets team, who have little to play for at this stage of the season. You couldn't back either team with too much confidence these days, but the Jazz are 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings overall, and I believe that trend continues here as the Jazz get the job done. So the Utah Jazz to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams' defenses struggle mightily, while Utah also has one of the best defenses in the NBA. Utah is 36-29-2 in hitting the over, while on the road the Jazz is 22-11-1 in hitting the over. Charlotte, meanwhile, has struggled to hit the over as they are 29-39. The Hornets play at a pace of 103.5, which ranks 7th, while the Jazz play at a pace of 102.8, which ranks 10th. Meanwhile, both Charlotte and Utah rank in the bottom 10 in defensive efficiency, while the Jazz is 9th in offensive efficiency. Finally, in Utah's last 5 games, the games are averaging 234 points per game, while Charlotte's last 5 are averaging 208 points per game, but they did play against good defensive teams, which Utah is not. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Indiana Pacers versus Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons and Indiana Pacers play the first game of a 2-game set Saturday night in Detroit. The Pistons are reeling, losers of 10 straight as they sit at 15-52, while the Pacers are 30-37. These two last played way back in October, as the Pacers won 122-115 in Indianapolis. Looking at the betting trends, the Pacers are 4-9 against the spread in their last 13 road games and 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. The Pistons are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games against a team with a losing record, and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games following a double-digit loss at home. Head-to-head, the under is 6-0 in the last 6 meetings in Detroit. The Pacers are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Detroit, and the Pacers are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings overall. The Pacers could be shorthanded here as Benedict Mathurin is out, while Miles Turner and Tyrese Halliburton are both questionable, while the Pistons have ruled out Isaiah Stewart, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Alec Burks. The Detroit Pistons have been in tank mode all year, and that includes losing their last 5 games by an average of 9 points and in the underdog role by an average of 8.5 points. The Pacers have come to life with some good wins recently, and they will be feeling good after outlasting the Rockets in an overtime win on Thursday. The Pistons have continued to slump their way towards the end of the season, and I believe that their struggles continue here as the Pacers get the job done as long as Halliburton is on the court. The Indiana Pacers aren't a team I'm thrilled to back in the favorite role on the road, but they're a team still fighting for playoff seeding, and this is a game they should win. No excuses for the Pacers. So the Indiana Pacers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. 4 of the Pacers' last 5 games have gone over, but the offense has really clicked as they have been piling on the points. In their last game, they scored 134 points in overtime, and the game before that it was 143. Prior to that, they had scored more than 121 points in 3 of their previous 4 games. Playing against a Detroit defense that gives up nearly 119 points per game on average, which ranks second to last in the NBA, I see the Pacers having no trouble running up a big number here. The question is, will Detroit score enough to push the score past the total? Since Indiana has one of the worst defenses in the league too, I say yes. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.